Questions. We got Dallas in the building. A bus driver doing his thing. My father was a bus driver, raised us, paid for his house, sent us to school, all from that. Although my mother worked too. It's amazing they talk about men paying everything. When I grew up, the middle class was doing extremely well and both parents worked. I don't know, people just make stuff up, it seems like. Who made up the man pays everything? That's not a part of black history. The only families where wives didn't work were situations where they had no children, so there was less expenses, or situations where they had a lot of children and really couldn't find any type of way for mom to go to work and watch her constant production of babies. But other than that, on my block, all the women worked, except Mrs. Smith didn't work, Mrs. Johnson didn't work. We got Fairborn, Georgia in the building, so I don't know where that came from. That's something somebody made up because a lot of women are not even married. So with social media, 10 people can get on and say something and make it seem like it represents a large part of the population, which it doesn't. And most of the conversation you hear about men and women are false. It's a handful of people acting like they speak for men and women, and they don't. So it's a little phony. All right. Most of these relationship experts, they never come back when the relationship ends. They always talk about how great the relationship is until it ends. They don't come back. Crazy. Yeah, but I was checking my comments, making myself comfortable, taking my shoes off. Yeah, they just make stuff up as they go. I don't know. I don't know. Economic concepts are just ridiculous. You know, when people make up concepts about economics, how much money you're supposed to make, all of that is just plain foolishness. There would be no such thing as a good salary if there wasn't a bad salary. So make it make some sense. I couldn't see myself putting down people that's less fortunate than I am, that don't make as much money as I do. That's a pretty horrible person. You know, these people that beat on these chests, talk about how successful they are. That's not really necessary, but I guess if you go and you jump through so many loops to get where you go, I guess you gotta do something to make up for jumping through all those loops. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Well, you know, the poor, the middle class, the rich, and all of that, you're not really responsible for how much money you're making, but you're not really responsible. Your job is responsible just as much as you're responsible. It's called capitalism. Oh, I thought it was called weirdos. I thought capitalism was the system. I didn't think capitalism was the creeps in the system, but if you say so. Creeps. You know, you go on social media, you see all these Hollywood celebrities homeless, and these are the same people that you said were successful. Make it make some sense. For those of you out there, let me tell you something. Take your success with a grain of salt. Because first is dependent on your health. And you aren't guaranteed to be healthy. You're also not guaranteed to get unalived. You're not guaranteed for a natural disaster to come. You're not guaranteed for your whole company you work for to shut down and you struggle to find a job to replace the one you had. So uh, don't never be down on yourself or up on yourself. Just be yourself. No, don't be down on yourself or up on yourself. Just do what you do and take it day by day. That would be my advice. If your money's not so good, just work, try to figure it out, look for a break. If your money's real good, work and look out for a disaster. But to beat on your chest like you're God is ridiculous. Something about it. I never really liked. Yeah, don't be down on yourself, up on yourself. Just be yourself. I never really liked people gloating over their money or my money, or looking down on people who are struggling, or looking down on me when I'm struggling. Because before you had money, you were struggling, unless your parents had money and you thought you were doing great. But I mean, one reason you're doing great is because you wasn't doing great, or you would just be doing normal, I would think. And so when all of a sudden you're doing great, you go to school, you get a good job, you start making money, and you act like that's the only life you've had. That's a little weird. When you get to the point you're looking to see how much somebody's shoes, how much their purse costs, you might be a little satanic. You might have sold your soul to Lucifer because, come on. I see you. I see you, ladies. I see you got the $5,000 purse. And you think you're doing something. But the crazy thing about it is the purse is only worth $75. That's the crazy. You paid 5,000. So because you paid 5,000, you think you're doing something, but you paid 5,000 for a $75 purse. So you're kind of a loser. I'm just saying, you're kind of bragging about how much money you gave away, not based really on the quality of what you got. You know, those shoes, you're bragging because you paid too much for your shoes and your purse and your home and your car, basically. Basically, that's what you're bragging. Pharaoh, look, Look at my car. I paid way too much for it. I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? You got a Lamborghini. A Lamborghini is worth about $5,000. Okay, real talk. I don't know what nobody told you. That thing ain't worth that. The piece of junk. The beautiful Nicole is here. Hey, sweetheart. It's crazy. They sold you a house for 350,000, and you're like, yeah. But the house is worth what, 80,000, 70,000? That's what it's like really worth. Crazy. So they got us bragging about getting cheated. it's, it's unbelievable. You ever been around a bunch of ballers? Oh, they hated me. Oh God. My friends, they hated. They hated me. They hated me. Oh man. Well, I'll get money and they go to get some alligator shoes. He gets a $1,700 pair of alligator shoes. He gets a $1,900 pair of alligator shoes. And I'm just sitting there. So they go, ain't you gonna get something around? Oh hell no. No, I'm not gonna get done. What is this? Yeah, what is this? Like feminine men buy shoes together day? Dude, whatever. They get mad at me. I had a guy really got mad. He really wanted to fight because he said, "Man, these is all that. I don't know why you don't get it." I said, "Well, if there was all that, I'd just take yours." He like, "What you mean by that?" I meant I'll take yours right now. Calm your ass down. If they was all that, I'd make you get out of them. Stop playing with me. Man, you ain't good at. Yeah, I got it. Shut up talking to me. I'm not buying that trash just because you bought some. Like, bro, I'm not doing. Y'all, when y'all turn to girls, girl, I'm a bad purse too. I wish I would buy that. Well, I'm not giving that man that money for them shoes. Is you crazy? Should we not strive for nice things in life? What is nice things in life is my question. What is nice things? Do you consider buying a $25,000 purse that was made in China for $75 nice things? That's my question. I see you trying to flip it, trying to act like you don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying it's overpriced junk. It's not as nice as what you paid for it, is what I'm saying, Anthony. Hey, stay with me. They're selling you the idea is nice things by overcharging you. Y'all seen when the tariffs happened, the Chinese was over there saying they the ones that put the logo on the purse. They sent them the purses from Italy. They put the one on there to say Louis, Gucci. So my question, Anthony, is when you buy a cheap Chinese purse that says Louis Vuitton, you consider that nicer than it was before they put Louis Vuitton on it? Is that what you said? Because you're letting somebody determine for you what's nice things. That's what I would say. You're brainwashed, that you're letting the Babylon system tell you this is nice things. That's what I would say, Lappy. And I would say that 99% of the things you say is nice things is junk. That's what I would say. Junk and trash that you got robbed for. Basically, that's what I would say. I would say it's junk and trash that you got robbed for. I would say that they sell you a $75,000 house for $350,000, and then you believe You bought a $350,000 house and then you walk with your chest out because you say you got a nice house. That's only based on the inflated price that the system told you. That house is not really nice like the price. So nice things, Anthony, are based on prices. That's why a $500 steak is a nice thing and a watermelon's not. To me, the watermelon's a nice thing. Probably to you, Anthony, a $350 lobster and steak is nice. To me, it's garbage. It's a food fit for a pig. But you probably think you're fine dining. But the same way they overcharge you, Anthony, for the stuff you eat, they're going to overcharge you for those surgeries and that medicine that's going to make you sick from the things they're going to overcharge you for that too, Bill. And you're going to go to a nice doctor. I'm talking about a real nice doctor. And you're going to get some nice pharmaceuticals. I mean, some really expensive, nice pharmaceuticals. Like my mother had like 5 cancer pills for like $300, $250. Now that's some nice cancer pills. Yeah, Anthony. So nice things to me is a Babylon brainwashed slave mentality. Who told you that was nice? Nice based on what? So if I go buy me some tennis shoes from Payless and you go buy you some $300 Jordans, you believe those Jordans are better than my shoes. That what you're saying? That's nice things. That's not my point. You don't understand what I'm saying because you say they value things, and I'm talking about the actual value of the thing. So you don't follow me. You don't follow me. And you know I ain't lying. The value on it is based on what you think people think the value on it, and you put your value on what people think the value's on it. But the store put the value on you to make you think the value is on it. So the store makes you think there's a value on it, then you buy it, then people think you got a value on it. But it's trash. It's garbage. It's garbage. All the clothes in your house, Anthony, ain't worth nothing. It's all trash. Every outfit you got in your house and pair of shoes is only worth 1/25 of what you paid for it. 1/25. So your value, and you know I ain't lying, your value is based off of what they told you is nice. This is facts. I know you don't want to admit it. Our value is based off of what the system told us is worth, but the system robbing us. So then you say, man, I worked hard to get these $3,000 pair of shoes. No, you worked hard to get a $125 pair of shoes for $3,000 or $300. You got beat out. So you say, man, I worked hard. That's the point. You worked hard and gave your money away for junk. You worked harder than what you're getting from it. Yeah, Anthony, how hard you're working, you're not getting that in value. You're not, you're getting robbed. Anthony, you're getting robbed. You're working much harder for the junk you got. You're giving your life away day in and day out to get that junk. You trading your body for that junk. And there's no 10 cars is not as valuable as your body. But you'll go and you'll work day in and day out and age, right? And give your life away for that junk. And then you pass away and the junk's still sitting there. The junk is still there, but you gone. It's not till you get about 65 or 70 before you realize that's a bunch of junk. When you're young, you really think you got something. It's a bunch of junk. It's a bunch of trash. So the concept that you're really getting something is a false concept. You're not getting anything. You're getting robbed and you're a slave for material things that ain't worth 20 cents. It's not. It's an image. You don't want nice things. You don't want that stuff. You want people to see you with that stuff. Anthony's not being honest. He doesn't want that stuff. He likes people seeing him with that stuff. Keep it real. We don't want this stuff. We like the fact people see it. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me you don't buy clothes for people to say it look nice. You don't buy them for yourself. When you're doing you at home in your pajamas and house shoes, having a great time. Am I lying? You don't have a better time at home in your pajamas or raggedy t-shirt and some old cutoff shorts? It's not better than when you dress up? Who's honest and who's a liar? I'll be honest. When I just got on some old raggedy clothes, I'm just laying around in some old pajamas, chilling, I have way more fun than when I dress up. When I dress up, it sucks. It does. It's not as fun as when I'm just. I love my t-shirt with the. Listen, any woman to tell you that when she's got on that funky robe, that she won't let her boyfriend or man see it. That's her favorite outfit. And she just puts that other stuff on because the system requires it. Hey, am I the only one grew up with a mother? My mother loved these old house shoes and these old rat robe that she wore. That's what she loved more than all her clothes. She pretended she liked the other stuff. But no. She was more relaxed, enjoy life more at home in that robe in those old house shoes. And she will not throw those house shoes away. So what would I suggest? Do not buy anything. Now, see, what I suggest, first I suggest raise your comprehension skills. That's the first thing. Raise your comprehension. Because I didn't say don't buy anything. I said the stuff you bought is junk. It's not worth anything. Okay? What's your name? Oh, Tyco Media. Okay. Go get some media training. Get some comprehension skills. Because I didn't say don't buy anything. I said the stuff you buy is worth 1/25 of what you pay for it. Everything you got, Ty, is only worth 1/25 of what you pay for. If you add up all your stuff. No, I didn't answer the question. It was a stupid question. What are you talking about? Why would I answer a question about something I didn't say? You say, am I suggesting something? And the answer is no. Duh. I just gave you an answer. No, I'm not saying don't buy nothing. I'm saying for the slow guy here that what you buy is only worth 1/25 of what you paid for it. How are you running any type of media? You couldn't be a real media person. You don't do media. You can't. Your comprehension level. What the hell's going on with you? What grade? What? Okay, listen. I can't. He said, I didn't answer the question. I did answer the question. He said, don't buy anything. I said, no, I didn't say don't buy anything. I said, what you buy is only worth 1/25 of what you paid for it. That's what I said. Okay, well, listen, you come back. Somebody put him on timeout for about an hour or so. Let him come back later. I don't got time for that. Give us some time. You'll figure it out. And so that's what they do. They put a value on it. When I was a kid, he said, you personally stated that in the past video, you wore tailor-made suits as a child. Exactly. Now, what do you think about that statement? As a child, right, Anthony? Now I'm what? What am I now, Anthony? As a child, right, Anthony? As a child, right? Now, segue that into today. I'm 68. As a child, I'll tell you something else too, Anthony. Let me ask you a serious question, Anthony. Let me ask you a question. When I bought tailor-made suits in the 6th grade, now watch this. He got himself caught. When I bought tailor-made suits in the 6th grade, was the value of what I bought closer to the real value than clothes are today? Yes or no? I'll ask you again. When I bought a tailor-made suit in the early 70s, was the value as inflated on clothes as it is today? Because a tailor-made suit then cost $90 for pants and the top. That same tailor-made suit now would cost you about $2,000, $1,000. But the material still wouldn't be at the same value. The material ain't going up as high. Listen, Anthony, and learn. Tell me I'm lying. I bought a tailor-made suit for $45, right? The cost of material, do you believe the cost of material has went up as much as they would charge me for that suit? No. They would rob me for that same vest and pants and material that's not that much more, because material can only go up so much. They would rob me. So you telling me they wouldn't rob me, Anthony? They wouldn't rob me today for that? Yes or no, Anthony? Would they rob me today? Yes or no? Yes or no? Just give me a yes or no. Would I get the same fair value that I got in the 70s today? Yes or no? Yes or no, Anthony? Yes or no? Would I get the same fair value today? Yes or no? Because my daddy Cadillac cost him $6,000. So considering I'm talking today, where a Cadillac should, even with inflation, cost you about 25, it'll cost you 60, 70, 100 grand. And you know damn well that Cadillac ain't worth no 100 grand. You know it, and I know it, and everybody knows it. Anthony, you believe a Cadillac's worth $100,000 today? Because my cousin got one. We paid $90,000. You believe a Cadillac is worth $90,000? No, you're going to get robbed. So let me do what I'm doing and you do what you're doing. No, you're getting robbed. We're getting robbed. They call it inflation, but it's robbery. It's robbery. It's robbery. They got your woman. Right. My shirt and my tie. Shirt, what, probably $12. Tie, what, about $3, $4? Listen, I'm a real gangster and I keep it real. Tie, what, about $4? Shirt, what, about $7, $8? It don't get glassic, plastic. What about $4? I'll keep it. Listen, I keep it gangster. You can say what you want to say, but I practice what I preach. Do I got on a $200 shirt? Hell no. Do I got on a $300 tie? Hell no. I wear this tie. When it tear up, I throw it away and order 10 more. But I'm not suckers like some of y'all. I'm not no sucker. They is robbing you. For your greens too. How much you paying for? How much you paying for a 3.5? How much y'all paying for a 3.5? You ain't getting robbed and the shit grow out the ground for free? Huh? It cost them a whole lot to throw that in the dirt? Who believe that? You believe your house insurance, your car insurance is the right price? You believe that? You believe this coffee is worth $9.45? Who believes that? Well, we can't do nothing if people won't even believe what I'm saying, can we? Can we? We can't do nothing, right? Right? We can't do nothing. Look how long it took me to even, so look at all the people in the world. You think so? What you said? You said what we can do when don't nobody want to do it? Is that what you asked me? Okay, I got to move on. You're getting silly. Let me move on. So tonight or this morning, I'm talking about the situation with ICE. I'll get back to that other conversation later, but it was good so you can see that the people are totally brainwashed. And you're going to go into poverty because you're allowing them to separate so much and to raise prices. They're going to price you right out. Yeah, they're going to raise your property taxes to take your home, take your buildings. They're going to raise everything and rob you blind. But we'll talk about that later. Yeah, they finna rob you. They're going to keep going up and price you totally out of life. Anybody with any sense can see it. All you got to do is go to Whole Foods and watch the cash register. And if you cool with paying $150 for 3 bags of groceries, hey, be my guest. If you want a live stream, go ahead, get Comcast. And tell them you need the speed to live stream. And see what your bill going to be a month. How much you think I pay a month for this internet? How much you think I pay a month for internet to be able to live stream? Who believes it's a decent price? Lansing, you believe I'm paying a decent price? What y'all paying for car insurance? A decent price? Y'all paying a decent price? I'm the only one not paying a decent price. Everybody else paying a decent price. I'm the only one, huh? I'm the only one feel like I'm getting robbed. Nobody else is you're not getting robbed, huh? Wow. Ain't that crazy? I'm the only one getting robbed? Wow. That's crazy. They robbing the shit out of me. I'm telling you. Don't even talk about I can't even talk about going to dinner if I'm finna knock off. If I'm going to dinner with a woman, hey, I gotta be willing to knock off $100+. That's not even for the dinner you brag about, right? That's not with champagne or nothing like that. And then what they do is everybody plays it off so they can keep robbing because nobody want to say they get robbed because everybody want to look like, but man, I'm living my life. I want to get nice things. So you're going to be quiet, right? You're going to let them keep robbing you, right? A lot of you men, you're going to go, you marry, boom, you're going to let the system rob you. Boom, she want a divorce. Boom, she going to go to divorce court. Boom, she going to rob you. Now you crying. Child support going to rob you. Now all of a sudden you don't want to be robbed. You don't want to be robbed when you go to divorce court. Now all of a sudden Pharaoh make a lot of sense once you find out how much you got to pay up for that baby every month. Now all of a sudden, because they robbing you all the way around the board. And it's not until you tell them they could take that nice stuff and they can stick it up their you know what, that they'll stop robbing. Tell them, keep your nice car, keep your mink coats, keep all that jewelry, keep all that junk. Then they'll treat you fair. But as long as, nah, bro, I got to live my best life, that's because you're a sucker. Now they say, so Pharaoh, and then we're going to get to the subject. Let me break one part down for the legs. You got the seller, you got the buyer. I'm speaking on behalf of the buyers. I'm a seller. So you think about that. I'm speaking on behalf of when I'm a buyer. I work for myself. I'm a seller. You understand? And ain't too many sellers gonna tell you you getting robbed because they want to rob you. Shit. It's not a damn game. It's slavery. It's slavery. It's slavery. 8 hours a day. It's 24 hours in a day. 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work. That's 16. 2 hours of transportation. That's 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. You got 6 hours. You got 6 hours a day to live your best life. 6 hours. To enjoy all your expensive stuff. Your nice, big, expensive house is sitting there because you at work and you sleep in it. You don't get to enjoy that house. Who believe you really get to enjoy your house? You do not get to enjoy your house. Your house sits there more than you be in it. Your house sits there while you sleep and sits there while you're going back and forth to work and sits there while you're at work and you're paying for it. You ain't even at home. You ain't even at home. If that ain't sucker shit, what the hell is? But you know, a sucker's born every minute. Let me get to the conversation. So I went into my comments that I was talking about the young lady up there with ice. And so I went into my comments. Oh boy, I had some nasty comments because I said when she drove the car off, the guy was in front of the car. He's not looking at the wheels to see which way you turn the car. And she put herself in a position to get shot. So I had all kind of people saying all kind of unbelievable nut stuff. What would I say enjoying your house is? I would say enjoy my house is paying a third of what I have to pay for it. I would say sell it to me cheaper would be enjoyable. Yeah, let's start there. Yeah, let's start there. I would say sell it to me cheaper. Because if you sold it to me cheaper, I wouldn't have to work so hard to pay for it, and I'd be able to take some time off and enjoy it. That's probably what I would say. What would you say? Let them keep robbing you? That's on you. Y'all believe these houses worth 350,000? You believe your house is worth? Who believes their house is worth what you pay for it? You believe that? You believe your house is worth what you pay for it? You think it's worth that for real? You believe that? You believe your car is worth? You believe your car is what you pay is worth what you pay for it? Does anybody believe their car is worth what they pay for it? Y'all gotta eat better because the food you eating is messing up your brain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you're slaves. That's why you see in Washington D.C. they laughing and they just taking all your money and just robbing you and laughing, just robbing you blind and laughing. All you gotta do is look at them. They cracking up, taxing the hell out you, overcharging you. You can't do nothing, K-Biz. Just take it up the rear, just like you're doing, okay? You can't do nothing, okay? Look in the mirror and say, I'm K-Biz and I can't do nothing. What you asking me for? Why you asking me what you can do when you don't want to do nothing? Bro, stop playing with me. A lot of y'all is full of it. You see the question, what could we do when you really don't want to do nothing? False, fake questions. You don't want to do nothing. All you want is your little 25 cents to go to the movies. You a slave like me? No, you're not a slave like me. I ain't had a job since, boy, listen, you ain't nothing like Big Pharaoh. I ain't had a job since 19, What year was that? Boy, you ain't nothing like Big Pharaoh. You was like Big Pharaoh's a player. Yeah, get him out of here. Make him come back tomorrow. Listen, I ain't had a job. What year was it I started working? I ain't had a job since like 1979. Maybe 80. I ain't had a job since 1980. What you talking about, boy? Boy, what? Boy, you don't know nothing about Big Pharaoh. I'm free to do what I want any old time. Boy, I've been a free slave. Is you crazy? You better ask somebody. I'm about to be 68. I'm supposed to be retiring, but I ain't never worked. What happened? What happened? I went, where I go? I went to apply for something, and they asked me when the last time I had a job, and I put down like 1978 or I put 79 or 80. So when I put it down and I gave the lady my application, she looked at my application. She said, "Dang, baby." She said, "Dang, baby. So what you been doing?" I'm gonna get to the conversation. Let me give y'all some game. I'm gonna get to the conversation, but I love my subscribers, so we'll get to the conversation when we get to it. I freestyle for y'all. Let me explain something to you. Listen close. There's two types of people in this world when it comes to making money. Y'all listen to me real close. There's two types of people. There's the people that get up every day and go get the money, and there's the people that wait for you to come home and take it. Okay? He talked about it in Baby Boy. There's two industries. There's one industry where you go get the money. Then there's other industries that take it after you go get it. The first one is the slaves that work real hard. The second one's hustle, but don't have to work as hard as you. Because you go get the money and bring it to them. So you go work, then you get off, and then you go buy the clothes from them. Then you go pay them the rent. Then you go buy liquor, buy herb, buy all type of narcotics. Those are two industries, workers and entertainers. The entertainers let you go get the money. You do the initial work. You keep the Babylon system going. And all we do is get your money when you get home from work and send your ass back to work. So my job was just to wait till you get off work and give me your money. Shit, that's what I've been doing for a lot of years. I've been letting you go to work. Shit. And then you get off work, and then you hit me up, and then you give me the money. That's what I've been doing. The easy job. So when you go get up to go get my money, I be asleep. I be off in a woman or something. And then when it's almost time for you to get off, then I go out there and get my money that you went and got for me. Basically, that's a fact. You better ask somebody. That's a fact. Baby Boy, talk about it. So while you at work, the guy with the club, he bringing in the liquor. If you think I'm lying, if you drive Uber or something like that, and you happen to be in the downtown area and stuff like that, you're going to see what? You're going to see the trucks in front of all the bars bringing what? The liquor in. Who they bringing the liquor in? For the slaves. So when you go get that money, you bring it to the bar. You bring it to the club. You bring it to the restaurant. The restaurant owner just collects money. And he has slaves like you in there working to get his money. But he don't work. He don't work. He just collect money. And he collects your money. He pays other workers like you. And he lives way better than you. I lived better than the people that bought my products. You know, I pull up to the chick's house in the evening and give her a little package. She looking at me, ooh, that's a nice mink coat. I'm thinking, well, thank you. You paid. You bought it. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really would be thinking. They would be complimenting me on my shoes and stuff. And I'd be like, are you crazy? You calling me 3 times a night, giving me $100. You giving me $500-$600 every weekend. What do you mean I got on a nice coat? What? Lady, is you crazy? You got to be. I just would be looking at them. They're like, you always dress nice. And I'm like, you always calling and paging me. Dummy. I bet I do. I'm not working at all. I'm driving around listening to CDs. I ain't busting no sweat. Get out the car, walk up, collect a whole bunch of money. If I don't want to come, I don't got to come. I ain't got no boss. Can't nobody tell me shit. And the IRS can kiss my ass, has no idea what's going on. I'm not paying no taxes. I'm just living, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? See, FICA pimping you every time FICA's all up in your rectum. You know what I'm saying? You're not like Big Pharaoh. FICA, all up in you. You work for FICA. FICA be on your, when you get your check, FICA be done already hit you. Like, yeah, Herb, get that check. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about me. I'm going to get mine off the tizna. Yeah, I'm going to get mine off the top. Every time you get it, say FICA. God damn, FICA. You know what I'm saying? FICA be all up in you with no condom on. I don't get no check. It's cash or carry, baby. Well, I'm retired, of course. I'm retired. Yeah, if I could get theirs right off the top, it's just slavery. Hard on relationships when your queen, you know, is a nurse or something. She on her feet for 8 hours. She come home, you chilling, you know. You know, you making more money than her and you ain't doing shit, boy, they be mad. They don't really like that. I mean, they like you because the cars and stuff, but when it's time to go to work, you know, they don't really like that. You talking about, okay, babe, have a good day at work. Nobody likes it. You know, so she leave you like, oh, Siri, play Jay-Z, and you can't knock the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I'm giving you game. So this is why they want to make sure they want to watch you when you start a small business. They want to tax the hell out you. They don't want you to make any money. So when the brother talking about nice fancy cars and stuff, uh, do I want to go buy the fancy car and have Uncle Sam in my business, or do I want to go get the used Cadillac? Nobody knows. Put a new engine in it, refurbish it. Nobody knows. No taxes, no car note. You got the new Benz and the car note and the government in your business. I got the old school caddy redid. No, no note. Uncle Sam don't know. Only people know is the license plates people and the city sticker people. That's why we drive old cars, because we don't want the government in our business. Robbing you. Because that's all they're doing is robbing you. Anytime you try to make some extra money and you work overtime and they tax your overtime, that's not robbery. You've already paid them for the 8. You did your 40 hours. Weekend come, boss. So you want to come in extra? Like, yeah, you want to go in and make some extra money. You go make extra money. You work at a factory like I did. Once I worked at the factory, when I made $400 extra. They took two. They took 200 of my overtime. I swear to God. I learned as a shorty when I was like 18. So I became disenfranchised then. I don't math. I'm good at math. I done already did my 40 hours. The boss asked me, I want to come in the factory for the weekend. Yeah, I'm going to make me some extra money. I don't know nothing about this trash system y'all in. I don't know. I'm just a baby. I'm just out of high school. I go work Saturday and Sunday, the night shifts. I'm working 7 days straight. Then another 5 days. So that's 12 days straight. Make $400. They took $200 of my extra money. That ain't slavery. They ain't supposed to let y'all keep y'all overtime. I heard Trump trying to steal my idea. I'm the one that said don't tax overtime. Anytime you get taxed for overtime, for trying to help the company and working more, and they take that money, tell me that's not slavery and abuse. Tell me anytime they can go up on your electric bill, your gas for your car, anytime they get ready. That's not slavery. Tell me that when it's time to go on vacation, they go up on the flights on planes right when it's time for you to go visit your relatives. That ain't no sucker shit. I know you see it. When you ain't going nowhere doing nothing, gas prices down, flights down. Now it's time for you to go live life. Oh, flights through the roof, gas through the roof, hotel through the roof. What do? Nothing. Hey, girl, hey, Kaka, you know why you don't do nothing, say nothing? Because you're trying to show I'm living good. And they use that living good mentality to rob you. Because you ain't going to complain because you're trying to show everybody, no, I'm living my best life. So like, yeah, live your best life. Give us all the money. So when I come over here and complain, you see our brothers try to come like, so what we supposed to do? So what you saying? Don't enjoy life? Tell me people didn't come try to play me like I'm the sucker. And I'm looking at you like, punk, you ain't even enjoying life. You know you're talking to Big Pharaoh, right? You not enjoying life. You a slave. I don't know who you think you're talking to. You are not enjoying life. Your ass is at work all the time. All the time. You get 2 weeks off out of 12 months. You get 2 weeks for vacation. You might get 3 weeks if you've been a slave long enough. Out of 12 months. That ain't slavery. Hey, I'm going to keep it real. I was a shorty, right? I was working for the U.S. Treasury Department. I was numbered about 19, maybe 20. So I've been a boss out here. So I was working for the government as a baby. That's how I got like this. So I'm at work one day, and one of the sisters was retiring, an old lady. She was retiring, right? So they threw her, she's 65 or something, they threw her little party. They gave her a little cheap ass watch. And you know, when you're young, you can see good. And I'm thinking, 65, I'm 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm supposed to work until I get old like that? And it's like, you only get 2 weeks off a year. And then after you work for so long, they give you three weeks. That's it. So I started doing the math. I'm like, okay, I come from 115th downtown. It's an hour to work and an hour home. Right? So I'm like, okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10 hours a week I spend going to work and coming home. I don't get paid for that 10 now. 10 hours a week. Right? I'm on the bus and train. 10 hours a week. That means in 2.5 weeks, I'm on the bus and the train for a whole day. Tell me I'm lying. If it's 10 hours a week that I'm just going to work and back and not getting paid, 2 weeks, that's 20 hours, right? 2.5 weeks, that's 24 hours. That's a whole day just going to work and coming home that I don't get paid for. That means 5 weeks, I'm traveling back and forth to work for 2 days. Now do the math. Multiply that time 52 weeks and multiply that time 40 years. And your ass gonna be on the bus or going back and forth to work for 7 to 8 years. Just getting there and coming back. Do the math. I did it as a baby. I said, so if I do this till I retire, I'm gonna be on the bus how long? 7 years. I said, hell no. Do the math. Somebody do the math right now. Add up how much when you start working, when you retire. How many days that is? And multiply that by 2. And then divide that by that many and see how many years you're going to be. How many years you just be going to work and back without getting paid. So the lady going to tell me one time when I get to work, she said, you 15 minutes late. So I'm like, wait a minute. I live on 115th. It's snowing and ice out here. It takes me about 1 hour and 15 minutes to get here. and you sweat me about 15 minutes, but I've been left home. Like I told her, you were supposed to pay me from the time I left home. See, let me tell you, they supposed to pay you for the time you leave home and the time you get back. They supposed to calculate how long it take you to leave home. You're supposed to get paid for that because you're going to do a job for them. Why are you paying to go and do a job for them? Tell me I'm lying. If you got to go to work and it take you 30 minutes and you're going to work for the hospital, 30 minutes to work, 30 minutes home, and you work 8 hours, they owe you 9 hours a day. You're not going for you. They owe you. Am I lying? Am I lying? So the lady mad because I'm 15 minutes late and I came from miles. And I'm like, if I came from that far and I'm 15 minutes late, you know I was on my way a long time ago. Right? Now, like I told her, now if I lived upstairs and I was 15 minutes late, I could see that. But this is downtown. This is one street. I live on 115th. And it's winter. And the trains is delayed. So when I get here 15 minutes late, I still had to leave home over an hour ago. And you tripping over 15 minutes that I spent getting here? So as a young person, I just couldn't do it. This started when I was a baby, 18, 19. I'm just looking at it and I'm like, I can't. My mom and daddy could do it, but they come from down south. And they come straight out of cotton pickers. So it's one thing for the cotton pickers, yeah. They came from down there. You know, they couldn't ride on the front of the bus. But this big Pharaoh, I ain't no goddamn cotton picker. Well, I'm not doing none of that.